Well, Farm Talk, today I'm headed to an NK Seeds field day. Now, I know some of you non-farmers on here don't know what a field day is. A field day is when a seed company or chemical company usually sponsors the farmers to come out and look at a test plot that they've planted, either corn or soybeans. It could even be wheat. Generally, at a field day, they'll have a test plot where they plant different varieties of either corn, beans, or wheat, whatever the field day's for, and the farmers can compare how those one variety looks against the next. And basically, if a variety looks really good and it's been, the weather hadn't been crazy, maybe that's a variety that they want to plant on their farm next year. Sometimes there's experimental varieties. And all this data is collected at the end of the year by the company, NK, and taken back and studied, and that way they can make better recommendations on what variety of seed the farmer needs to be planting on their farm. And this is replicated all over the United States, throughout the Southeast, the Midwest, wherever. That way, the varieties that you're planting in your fields are tailored to your area, your climate, and your specific situation. Right now, the weather's not looking too good here, y'all. It's wind's blowing about 30 miles an hour, and it looks like it's going to storm. But I'm going to head on down to the field day. Hopefully there's a good turnout. Hopefully the weather don't catch us out there, and hopefully talk to a lot of nice people and, learn something about some corn seed. Well, we made it. It looks like for right now we've outrun the rain. Hopefully it stays away a little longer.
Starts raining, feel free to take cover back to your truck, But NK 1082, this is a 100 standard population. That's where it's going to be able to utilize that, in a type environment. And having said that, 1748, they're two very related.
On my 30th birthday, I just decided I was going to get that.
Well, we made it through the field day before it stormed. It's actually just starting to rain. It looked like it was going to get rough there for a little while, but I think it went around. I'm going to mosey on back up towards the house, give me a little rest. I'll see y'all next time. Now, y'all, I'm a little torn on this, but I got to say Lexington style is the best style of barbecue. Some of y'all don't know the county seat of the county I was born, raised, and live in is Lexington. That's where Lexington style barbecue came from. They have a big festival every fall in October. Have a lot of people. I've never been, but they say it's really cool. Maybe one day I'll get down there, that big 12-mile drive. But anyway, I like Eastern style barbecue too. I like Lexington style. I just like barbecue. I've really been wanting to try some barbecue hash that's popular in South Carolina. I got a lot of friends in South Carolina, some of them on TikTok. Ain't none of y'all ever invited me down there to eat none. I really want to try it. I don't know where to go. I'm thinking y'all are keeping it a secret from me. But I really want to try some barbecue hash. But for right now, Lexington style barbecue is my favorite by default. Y'all have a good day. Let me tell y'all something. If you're ever feeling down and, kind of sad and need something to cheer you up and don't want to spend a lot of money, I tell you what you do. Get you a cooler, pack it full of ice cold Diet Mountain Dews or cherry wines, whatever you like. Pack you some sandwiches in a little picnic basket and get you a folding chair. Head to your nearest local boat ramp. The best entertainment on a Saturday afternoon is go sit at the boat ramp. You'll see people trying to fight out there, cussing one another. I don't know why a man, when he gets a boat trailer behind him and he sees water, he forgets everything he's ever learned about backing a trailer. It is absolutely comical to go to a boat ramp and watch people try to back a trailer in the water. And usually the man's got a big ego and a really nice boat, and he's mad because he cannot get back down that ramp straight at all. And his wife, she's flustered, so she gets out to try to help him and walks down the ramp and gets right there at the edge of the water on the concrete ramp where that algae grows, and she goes head over heels and hits hard, probably dislocates something. And you can just sit there, and then pretty soon after everybody gets out of there, they'll start coming back in, and they've probably had a few too many of them wobble pops. Can't get straight, can't get loaded on the trailer. They sunburnt, they mad. My bachelor's trip was to Santee Cooper, and when we got done fishing for the day about 3:30, we come in and just sat there and watched boats coming in and load on the boat ramp, because that's the best entertainment you can ever have. Four of my buddies almost got blowed up at the boat ramp at Santee Cooper, but that's another story for another day. So what I'm telling y'all is, get you a cooler, get you a chair, go down to the boat ramp, and just be prepared to laugh. Random question on TikTok. What's your favorite restaurant in Los Angeles? Now, I've never been to Los Angeles, never been to California, so I got on Google. Looked, I said, you know what? I'm going to find a Waffle House in Los Angeles. There is no Waffle House in Los Angeles. In fact, there's not even a Waffle House in the state of California. That says a lot about California and the kind of shape that their state's in my opinion. So, I said, where else would you eat when you're on the road and you don't know the town? I said, I'm going to go to Cracker Barrel. Found a Cracker Barrel that I could eat at in Los Angeles, so I've got to say that's my favorite restaurant there. Cracker Barrel, I'm going to make a lot of people mad saying this. Cracker Barrel is good country food if you've never had good country food. If you don't know any better, it's pretty good. So I'm going to roll up in Cracker Barrel, get me a sunrise sampler and a cup of coffee, and I'm going to be good to go the rest of the day. I don't know what people eat in Los Angeles. I've never been there. I assume you can eat the same things that you can eat here, but maybe just a little more hippie. Answer this fella's question here. No, we don't spray any corn with fungicide here. I'm not going to say there's nobody around here that does, but if they do, I don't know them or I don't know that they're spraying it. Problem is with us, we have a lot of small fields. I've got some fields that aren't 2 acres. So when the corn gets big, you get in there with a big spray, which most everybody doesn't have a spray big enough to apply fungicide. But if we did, we'd run over more corn than probably what we're helping. I would love to be able to, but it's just not feasible here. Most of the time here, the corn's planted, come back with one post-emerge herbicide application, and that's it. Most of it's not top-dressed in any way. I top-dress some with some granular urea, but that's it. Most everybody put all their nitrogen down up front, plant the corn, maybe a little in-fur, and let it ride. One post-emerge herbicide pass, and shell it in the fall. We just don't have the fields that are feasible for